Welcome to this week's edition of Jaguar News. I'm Matthew Ramos, and here's Aiden Rivas with the reason why we have Friday off from school.
Being a veteran is someone who took it upon themselves to have that personal sacrifice and willing to serve our nation and protect the freedoms that we all enjoy. So, willing and more than happy to do that. And each and every day, I strive to be the best that I could be as a soldier while I served. And now I'm retired. And in so many ways, still serving because I have to still maintain the Army standard. And yes, I did serve in war. I was in Desert Shield, Desert Storm, also Serbian conflict. I did missions in Macedonia. My job, I was an infantryman. So I was on a 2-hour recall to go and fight for our nation, or defend our nation at a moment's notice. I had the chance to do it all again. I wouldn't change a thing because it's made me the man that I am today, and I love me. I love who I am. I love being able to. I have a real appreciation for the freedom that we have, and I have an appreciation for history, knowing that I was a part of that. I sacrificed a lot for our nation.
Hi, good morning. My name is Jesse Salazar. I am security staff member here at South Mountain Security Department. I am a veteran, and what a veteran means to me is someone who devoted his life to an organization outside themselves. What Veteran Day means to me is to celebrate those who gave some and those who gave their all in the defense of their just great, powerful nation, the United States of America. I served in the United States Marine Corps from 1998 to 2006. I have been overseas in Iraq and Kuwait in 2003 from January to July. Veterans Day to me means to celebrate those who gave their lives to this great nation. Veterans Day is a public celebrated event on November 11th. I was a part of Operation Iraqi Freedom. I was a sergeant in the United States Marine Corps, and my job was 1391. That is bulk fuel operations. I had to refuel Hummers, tanks, jets, helicopters. And dispense fuel to all I was a support element. Am I proud to be a veteran? I am proud, but at the same time, I feel like it was just my obligation and my duty to serve my country.
Aiden Rodriguez reporting for Jaguar News. Let's honor our veterans.
We thank all our veterans, servicemen, and servicewomen for your service. A former alumni has returned to South to tell us his great adventures. Here's Oscar Rodriguez with Mr. Robles.
2001. About 17 years ago, there was a senior named Ephraim Robles who graduated from South Mountain High School. And he's come to give us his words of wisdom. I'm Oscar Rodriguez, reporting from Jaguar News.
Ephraim Robles, and I'm a video journalist for CBS News. First of all, don't ever let anybody tell you can't make money from what you're passionate about. Whatever the case may be, whatever you're passionate about, whether you want to be a photographer, you want to be in front of the camera, whether you want to direct, whether you want to create TV shows, whether anything. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't make a living off of it. Say South Mountain High School, and people are like, oh, dang, what is that about? Should I just, lock my car twice now? And it's not even scary. It's not whatsoever. It's not. But you know what? That's the great thing that, we have over everyone, that we can prove everyone wrong. No one has expectations about us. We can supersede what everyone thinks somebody from South Phoenix can be. But we are hood, but we could be everything else. You guys have the ability to do something a little bit bigger. And then just be who you are, but be the best version of that. Alliance is a kind of a weird thing I did to introduce a play. So I collaborated with this playwright. And so this play about 14 immigrants that died trying to cross the border. And that was kind of this thing that introduced the play.
Well, there you go, Ephraim Robles. It's amazing to see what our South Mountain students are capable of. I'm Oscar Rodriguez, reporting from Jaguar News.
Students band together on Indian Steel Park to voice their opinion on education. Adriana Torres brings you more on the story.
Students from all over the Phoenix Union High School District come together to voice their opinion on education. I'm Adriana Torres, bringing you more on this event.
My name's Tim Valencia, and I'm the Youth and Education Director for the City of Phoenix. And I work with all the City of Phoenix schools and school districts, but one of my favorite school districts to work for is Phoenix Union High School District, in particular South Mountain High School. Today, students are brought from all the high schools in Phoenix Union to talk about the importance of education funding. Today, youth or students are telling us where funding should go when it comes to their education and what happens even after they graduate.
So we are participating in a Future Leaders Town Hall, which is sponsored by the Arizona Town Hall. It is a structured discussion intended to engage students in talking about the important question of funding in Arizona for pre-K-12 education, and to bring out the ideas and the thoughts and the experiences of the students so that instead of those issues being decided exclusively based on older adults, we take into account and get the benefit of the thinking and creativity of student leaders. It's also intended to encourage students to exercise some of their what we would call civic leadership skills. So the ability to sit down and have a conversation with someone that is about a public policy topic where nobody gets mad and nobody calls names. People can disagree if they want, but they do it in a way that is respectful of others. And to have them listen to one another, to record their discussions, to kind of report out what the group decided, and to develop kind of a consensus view within their groups as to what they think.
So I'm Tara Jackson, president of the Arizona Town Hall. It's a nonprofit organization, and what we do is educate and engage people on important policy issues. Today, we're holding a Future Leaders Town Hall for high school students. Our Future Leaders Town Halls are a way that our youth can have a voice in policy issues. It's also a way for them to learn how to become civically engaged and to really use their voice to have an impact. The students have a powerful impact on how we facilitate and create the Future Leaders Town Halls. First of all, they often play a role in organizing the event. It is all about them, their voice. The students discuss what to do about different policy issues, and their recommendations are very important because we take them to policymakers, to elected leaders, and they have really good ideas. So it's a great way for us to get some good ideas on how to create a better future for all of Arizona.
So I feel that this meeting went very well and that we're going to be making an impact. Although this was a small conference, our voices were definitely heard, and we know that everything we said was true, and they now have an idea of how we feel, which is great.
I think this meeting was actually pretty good. All of our ideas were pretty similar, and I really enjoyed brainstorming them with my group. If this actually can be heard, I think we could make a little impact, but not as much.
I think this meeting went well, and the things that they're doing here, I think it is making an impact on what they're trying to achieve and how everyone is like collaborating and putting their ideas in is helping the goal.
I felt like the meeting was really good. There are a lot of students from different schools, and I felt like it was productive. I felt like it would have went better if there was actually state representatives here and if it was broadcasted, but I think it's a step in the right direction. I feel like we are, just because we're learning more about funding for education, and we're also getting our voices out there. So, and also just like, you guys are using media to educate about this, so it's still sparking interest in people's minds and stuff. Students are making an impact with their voices. I'm Adriana Torres reporting for Jaguar News.
These meetings are a great way to be heard. Stay tuned after the break. We have sports and a how-to with Aiden and much more.
some damage that happened in our cafeteria. And it's a concern because if it had been on our campus maybe 4 years ago, we didn't have that kind of cafeteria. It was old and it wasn't nice. So we worked really hard to get a new facility for our school. We have TVs, we have a projection system, we have restaurant style seating. It's a beautiful cafeteria, and it kind of breaks my heart to see that we work so hard for these things and our students aren't taking care of them because they made a hole in the wall and then they tore the booth. And these are things that are for our school, you know, it's for students. So I don't understand why students would mess up things that they use on a daily basis. And that's where people charge their phones. You know, like, we really want to give you guys the best. It breaks my heart that we're not taking care of our stuff because those were really expensive, and we have a really nice cafeteria. So now you can't even charge your phone because we closed that area. I also went in after that, just during lunch duty. And so like food is wasted. You know, we have students that come and that might be their only meal they get. And we have kids that are just throwing it on the floor. And that's after it was cleaned up because those milks can be.
Ways that students are doing some service this semester is raising money for hurricane victims with Red Cross. And so they're selling buttons with the hurricane logo with a heart in the middle instead of a circle. And they're selling buttons for $1. All of the money, 100%, goes to the Red Cross. Trying to recycle old cell phones because they can really cause a problem in landfills. And most people have a cell phone that's broken or is just an old version somewhere around their house. And so we encourage people to bring those to room 236 and we'll turn it in so that they're recycled safely and help take care of our environment.
Welcome back. I'm Adriana Torres. Wednesday isn't only late start, but it's also college t-shirt day. Here I am with more. Students aren't the only ones showing their school spirit. I'm Adriana Torres with College T-Shirt Day.
I'm Mr. Kunis, and today I'm supporting College T-Shirt Day and promoting ASU. Even though I went to Northern Arizona University, I still want to represent our state universities and help promote higher education for our students here at South Mountain. We want to get them exposed to as many different colleges and universities as possible, and I'm doing that today by wearing ASU. Go Devils, fear the fork.
I received my bachelor's degree at Arizona State University and then attended Northern Arizona University for my master's. I also have attended Grant GCU as well. I also support in trying to get kids to go to college. Do I want the students to go to ASU? Yes. But do I just want them to go to college? That's yes. I don't care where you go to school, just go to school and get your education.
Make sure to rep your college merch every Wednesday. I'm Adriana Torres reporting for Jaguar News. Here's Aiden Rivas bringing you this week's How To, featuring a special guest.
What's up, Jaguar News? This is Aiden.
And your boy Raiden.
And for this how to, we're going to be teaching you how to glide.
Okay. And how to floss.
For the glide, the first step is, so, put your left leg up.
Alright. Level.
Yeah. And then, you need to put your weight on your left leg.
Yes.
And with your right leg, you're going to push it back. So, let's do that first.
Alright.
One,
2.
So what you did in the beginning, you're
Transfer your weight. Just transfer your weight.
transfer your weight. Boom.
Okay.
Let's do this a little faster.
Alright. Boom. And then down. Alright, one more time. Alright, one more time. Man, honestly, I'm getting tired. I don't think I'm getting it anytime soon, but what do you think?
Look, just keep practicing, you'll get it, bro. But you should teach me that floss.
That floss? I got you. Hey, what's up, man? We're back, and this time I'm gonna be teaching you how to floss. Alright, first, you wanna be steady with your balance, and what side are you most comfortable on?
On this side.
This side? Alright, so first, we can start with one hand, just to get the feeling. So just put your left hand behind your back, start with your right hand out.
So my left hand,
left behind your back. And then you want to start opposite, and pretty much as your hip goes to the other side, you're opposite with your arm. So just practice. Boom. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Next, now we try with two hands. So start on this side again, and then have both your arms. Alright.
Sadly, our time was cut short. Well, I hope you guys learned something for this week's How To with Raiden
and Aiden.
Wait,
bro, you're me? I'm Raiden. You're Aiden.
Yeah.
Alright. But if anything, I hope you guys learned something. If you did, obviously teach yourselves, teach your friends, cousins, anybody. It's fun.
And your grandma.
And your grandma. And your grandma.
We'll see you on the next one. Peace.
We're always learning something new. I wonder what he'll teach us next time. Up next, Ty Lamar will show fall sports with seniors finishing up their last game of their high school careers.
It is finally senior night here at South Mountain High School, class of 2018. All of our senior programs are about to show out. I'm Ty Lamar reporting for Jaguar Sports.
We do it for the team. Squad up. do it for the team. We do it for the team. We do it for the team. Squad up.
The season went great. It was a big turnaround for the culture, as they say, CTC. I understand in the last couple of seasons they didn't do so good, and then this year it was a turnaround.
I felt devastated because I couldn't play, and I almost had to, well, not almost had to, but I almost cried because seeing them on the field without me in my pads, and me cheering them on, and me on the field with them, and within the action is heartbreaking. I want to be remembered by the hype man, the one that gets the football team hype, you know, anybody hype actually, the one that always dances a lot.
I'm actually really excited to move on with my life. I had a great experience here at South, but I'm excited to try something new.
I'll miss being the leader to the younger classmen. They look up to us, and I'll miss being basically like their younger coach, teaching them and giving them everything that I know. J-A-G-U-A-R-S.
Injured players, number 3, Davion Robertson.
We will miss all the seniors who gave it their all. Well, that's the end of our show.
Make sure to follow us on social media at Jaguar Broadcast.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Okay, wait. Oh, where? I can't see. Oh, there's your bag. Hi, everyone. Okay, hold on.